What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Boy, do I have a history for you guys today. Like, I didn't even know where to start this video, but I guess let's just ask a question. What's the most terrifying roller coaster you've ever ridden? Again, as I've mentioned before, maybe it's the fear factor on rides like X2, or the intenseness of Intamin Accelerator launches like Kingda Ka, but what about literally the most terrifying roller coaster on Earth? And it's hard to gauge exactly what that means, especially since one could argue it's a record held on opinion, but by the time you're done watching this video, I think you'll agree with the title. In fact, today's coaster was so insane and infamous that it had a personal nurse in the station and saw an opening day crowd of 75,000 people. Yeah, 75,000 people. That's as many people as seen here in the 2013 Summer Ball. Those who rode it often came off injured and sick, and there was a rumor floating around that there was even a hot dog stand outside that sold splints for off-coming riders. So what on earth made this coaster so insane? And where did it come from? This is the story of the most terrifying roller coaster on Earth, the Crystal Beach Cyclone. Opening in 1926, the Crystal Beach Cyclone at Crystal Beach in Ontario, Canada, was the first of 3 coasters dubbed the Terrifying Triplets that were designed and built by legendary coaster designer Harry G. Traver. Lightning at Revere Beach and Cyclone at Palisades Amusement Park were the other 2, with Crystal Beach's version being the most well-known and longest lasting of the 3. According to reports, the ride drew over 75,000 people opening day. These initial crowds were in fact so dense that safety railings were broken by those attempting to get close to the ride, and one guest even recalled fighting his way through the crowd and riding 67 times. The coaster itself was also said to have exerted more than 4 Gs of force on its passengers and was rumored to have a top speed of around 60 miles per hour. Ed Cowley, a rider at the time, had this to say about his experience on the ride. Quote, "The first couple of turns were knockouts. Then you got into that section which is a figure 8, and that's where people got stiff necks. You got thrown from one side of the car to the other so fast, you didn't even get a chance to prepare yourself. You must have been traveling at a tremendous speed through that figure 8. It was quite a blow. If you were riding with someone else, you get all mixed up with them. If you had a date, it could be quite fascinating, hands up or not." Continuing on with this, another rider, Irma Andrews, recalls that, quote, "They had a nurse stationed at the end of it because people would come off sick or injured. One time, they put me in the seat with this boy who was riding alone, and by the time the ride was over, I was in that boy's lap, holding onto him for dear life with my face in his neck." However, despite the apparent roughness and seeming danger of the coaster, over 5 million successful rides were given on it throughout its lifetime, and only 1 fatality was ever recorded at the fault of the rider. So where did it go? Well, turns out, the Terrifying Triplets ended up being a maintenance nightmare due to the high forces generated on the structure. According to Robert Cartmell's book, The Incredible Scream Machine, A History of the Roller Coaster, a man who worked at Palisades where one of the triplets operated said that he couldn't recall a single week where it was open every day. Structural and mechanical failures also prevented it from being able to be opened on anything resembling a regular basis, and the sheer, quote, viciousness of the ride did not help either. Because of this, in 1938, the entire ride was overhauled, supposedly by Herbert Schmeck, in an effort to extend its operational lifetime. However, by 1946, it just became too much to deal with, and on September 2nd of that same year, the Crystal Beach Cyclone closed forever. So, all that said, and wow, that was a lot of information crammed into a relatively short video, I genuinely have to say, if I could have any defunct credit ever, I think this might just be the one. Just based on the stories and factual information we have revolving around it today, I can't imagine a single coaster experience that might even mildly compare to this, and it just seemed insane. And that's not even the full story to it. There's so much more to this ride that I just didn't have time to cover, so please let me know if I missed anything and leave some comments down below. At any rate, I do hope you enjoyed the video regardless, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help us out for more videos like it. That really does help, and any support you can send our way is much appreciated. Besides that though, per usual, stay tuned for another video coming in a couple days that's going to be exciting and it is going to be here. But until then, thanks again for coming, and we'll see you all there. See ya!